Santos Futebol Clube is not just another Brazilian football team with a long trophy list. It is one of the clubs most closely tied to the global idea of Brazilian football itself: expressive, technical, daring, joyful, and devastatingly effective. Based in Vila Belmiro, a neighborhood in the port city of Santos, the club became known around the world as a symbol of Joga Bonito, or the beautiful game. Its story stretches from a local desire for representation in the early 20th century to the rise of one of the most famous teams ever assembled. Santos helped turn Brazilian club football into an international spectacle, and its identity was shaped by a simple but powerful motto: technique and discipline. The club was founded in 1912 by three sports enthusiasts from Santos: Raimundo Marques, Mario Ferraz de Campos, and Argemiro de Souza Jr. At the time, the city lacked a football institution capable of representing it with strength and ambition. Santos was a port city with its own rhythm, culture, and pride, but football power was already concentrating elsewhere in São Paulo state. The creation of Santos FC was therefore more than the beginning of a team. It was a civic statement. The founders wanted the city to have a club of its own, and over time that local project grew into one of the most recognizable names in world football. Santos developed its identity around Vila Belmiro, the stadium and neighborhood that became its spiritual home. Unlike giant arenas built to overwhelm with size, Vila Belmiro became famous for intimacy, pressure, and history. With a capacity of just over 20,000 spectators, it is not the biggest stage in Brazil, but it is one of the most meaningful. Generations of supporters watched some of football's greatest talents there, often at very close range. The club's regular kit is strikingly simple: white shirt, white shorts, and white socks. That plain white look became iconic because it was paired with football that was anything but plain. The nickname Peaks, meaning fish, connects the club directly to the city's maritime identity. Santos is one of Brazil's most important port cities, and the nickname reflects that relationship between club and place. Supporters are known as Santistas, and the club's culture has long combined local loyalty with international recognition. One of its most recognized anthems is Leal do Mar, written by Mangieri Neto, a song that reinforces the emotional bond between team, city, and sea. These symbols matter because Santos is not simply a brand built by trophies. Its power comes from a layered identity: port city pride, white shirts, compact stadium, and a style of play that made the world pay attention. The defining chapter in Santos' history arrived in the 1960s with the team remembered as Os Santásticos. The nickname says almost everything: they were not merely successful, they were seen as fantastic. This golden generation featured Gilmar in goal, Mauro Ramos in defense, Mengalvio in midfield, and attacking stars like Coutinho and Pepe. At the center of it all was Pelé, widely regarded as one of the greatest footballers in history and named Athlete of the Century by the International Olympic Committee. Santos did not just have one superstar surrounded by ordinary players. It had a complete team built around technical excellence, movement, intelligence, and relentless attacking quality. Pelé's presence elevated Santos from national powerhouse to global phenomenon. Before modern television and social media made players instantly visible everywhere, Santos traveled the world and turned matches into events. Crowds came to see Pelé, but they also saw a team that represented Brazilian football at its most confident. The club's style helped define what many people imagined when they thought of Brazil: improvisation with purpose, flair combined with efficiency, beauty joined to winning. That balance is important. Santos were admired because they entertained, but they were feared because the entertainment came with goals, trophies, and domination. Their football was artistic, but never decorative. The achievements of Os Santásticos are still staggering. During the 1960s, Santos won 24 titles, including 5 consecutive National League titles, a feat that remains unequaled. Their peak came in 1962, when the club completed a historic quadruple. Santos won the Campeonato Paulista, the Brazilian National Championship, the Copa Libertadores, and the European/South American Cup, now remembered through the lineage of the Intercontinental Cup. That run showed supremacy at every level: state, national, continental, and world competition. It was not a short burst of form, but a period of sustained dominance that placed Santos among the greatest club teams ever discussed. Santos' record in Brazilian football is among the strongest in the country. The club has been national champion 8 times, placing it in elite company in the history of the Brasileiro. It has also won 22 Campeonato Paulista titles, a major achievement in a state competition that includes other giants such as Corinthians, Palmeiras, and São Paulo. State championships in Brazil carry deep historical weight because they were once the central battlegrounds of club football. For Santos, success in São Paulo was especially important. It proved that a club from the coast could repeatedly challenge and defeat the capital's biggest institutions. Internationally, Santos also built one of South America's most respected trophy cabinets. The club has won 3 Copa Libertadores titles, the competition that crowns the best club in South America. It has also won 2 Intercontinental Cups, 1 Supercopa de Campeões Intercontinentales, 1 Copa Conmebol, 1 Recopa Sudamericana, and 1 Copa do Brasil. These trophies reveal the club's ability to succeed across different eras and formats. The Libertadores victories are especially central to Santos' identity because they connect the club to continental prestige. For any South American team, domestic dominance is important, but Libertadores success is what turns greatness into international memory. One of the most remarkable milestones in Santos' history came on January 20, 1998, when the club became the first team in any category in world football to reach 10,000 goals across its history. That record fits perfectly with the club's reputation. Santos has always been associated with attacking football, technical players, and goal scoring as a central part of its identity. 10,000 goals is not just a statistic. It represents decades of offensive ambition, from early local matches to national championships and international tours. It also explains why FIFA recognized Santos as one of the most successful clubs of the 20th century. The club's modern story has included both prestige and difficulty. Santos has remained one of Brazil's biggest and most recognizable football institutions, producing and attracting major talent while preserving its reputation for technical football. At the same time, Brazilian football is intensely competitive, financially demanding, and emotionally unforgiving. Santos experienced the shock of relegation from the top flight, but returned to the Campeonato Brasileiro Série A after winning the 2024 Série B title. That return matters symbolically. It reinforced the idea that Santos belongs on Brazil's main stage, not only because of its past, but because of the weight its name still carries. Santos also exists within one of the fiercest football landscapes in the world. Its long-standing rivalries with Corinthians, Palmeiras, and São Paulo are central to the club's competitive identity. These rivalries are not only about geography, but about status, history, and contrasting cultures. Santos often represents the coastal outsider with a global footballing myth, while the capital clubs bring massive fan bases and institutional power. Matches between them carry the pressure of memory, old title races, legendary players, painful defeats, and unforgettable goals. In São Paulo State, success is never isolated. Every achievement is measured against rivals who are also chasing greatness. The reason Santos FC still matters is not only that it won so much, but that it helped shape how football could be imagined. It showed that a club from a port city could become a world reference. It gave the game Pelé's greatest club stage. It produced teams that combined discipline with invention and turned attacking football into a winning philosophy. Its white kit, Vila Belmiro, Peak's identity, and Santista passion all point to a club whose history is both local and global. Santos is a reminder that football greatness is not built by trophies alone. It is built by style, memory, icons, and the ability to make people believe the game can be beautiful. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more explainers.